Real Estate Education Research and Recovery Fund. The license law authorizes the Commission to establish the Real Estate Education Research and Recovery Fund. This fund may be used by the Commission to underwrite the cost of developing new courses for licensees, as well as conducting research projects for the benefit of the licensees or the general public. The fund's primary purpose is to compensate consumers who suffer damages because actions of a real estate licensee when full liability for these damages are not able to be recovered through normal legal procedures in the court. So, from that investigation, from the written complaint to the investigation, to the Commission determining what the action is, and even to your appeal, the Real Estate Education Research and Recovery Fund would be the next step to determine what sort of compensation will be rendered. Primary characteristics of funds: funded by a charge of $20 to every applicant for a new real estate license. So $20 of your fee of your new real estate license goes toward this fund. The Commission must maintain a minimum of $1 million in the fund. If the funds fall below that, all licensees may be assessed up to $30 upon the renewal of a real estate license. The funds are held in the state treasury separately from other funds and may be invested in legal securities to increase the fund value. So $1 million has to be in the fund at all times. If it falls below that $1 million threshold, each agent, when it's time for them to renew their license, will be assessed $30 to help bring the fund back to over $1 million, or to at least $1 million. Real estate licensees and their families may make no claims against the fund. A consumer must sue a licensee in court within 2 years of when that consumer's damage was suffered to make a claim for payment from this fund. So your family can't, if your family member is not satisfied with your services, they can make no claim against this fund, okay? But if someone of the public, a consumer, they can make a claim against this fund if they go to court within 2 years from the transaction and file a complaint. Damages. The fund cannot pay more than $25,000 per transaction, regardless of how many persons were damaged by the licensee, and no matter how large the claim or claims against the licensee may be. All they would get would be $25,000 per transaction. No individual person may be paid more than $25,000 from the fund. In addition, the fund will not pay more than $75,000 for multiple claims against any one licensee. So $25,000 may be paid from the fund per transaction, but you can't get more than $75,000 on one license. Payment process. To receive payment from the Real Estate Recovery Fund, a consumer must sue the licensee, notify the Real Estate Commission, and obtain a judgment in favor of the claimant from the courts against the licensee. So they can't go to the commission. The commission only oversees you, the real estate agent. But if the consumer is not satisfied, the consumer would need to sue and go through an actual court, be rendered a judgment. And they take that judgment to the commission, and the commission payment is processed through the Real Estate Education Research and Recovery Fund. With a writ of execution from the court, the licensee's real or personal non-exempt property can be seized and sold to satisfy the judgment. So if what they're getting from the real estate commission from the Real Estate Education Research and Recovery Fund, that $25,000, is not enough to satisfy the judgment, a writ of execution can be rendered by the judge, and they will seize your real or personal non-exempt property. When attempts to seize and sell property do not produce enough money to satisfy the judgment, the claimant may then, after providing the commission with 30 days' notice, apply for payment from the recovery fund up to the limits allowed. And what's the limits? $25,000 per licensee per transaction, and up to $75,000 for multiple transactions. When the commission pays a consumer from the recovery fund, the license of the agent involved is automatically revoked. If the judgment is against a brokerage firm, the brokerage firm license is revoked. If the judgment of the court is later fully satisfied after 10 years, the licensee may, after repaying in full, plus interest, the amount originally paid from the fund, may apply again for a real estate license. So your license can be revoked once a payment has been made from the recovery fund. And if you want to reinstate that license, you have to wait 10 years and then pay back the fund plus interest.